Why is it so easy to convince these people that one thing's impossible but the other is possible when the reality is just the opposite?
The poor is not poor because the rich is rich. The poor is poor because they don't want to fucking get up and work. Then they want to bitch about the rich that work their asses off to get where they are and are smart as fuck. Just jealous.
Why has it become so easy for Republicans in this country to convince you that it's far more plausible that millions upon millions of people are lazy rather than a handful of people are greedy? Why do you believe that? The data doesn't say that. The facts don't say that. Everyday life doesn't say that. But because somebody told you that, you believed it. There's like an old meme or saying or whatever that conservatism, republicanism in the United States of America is rich people convincing middle class people that poor people are the problem. Do you know how many people that are poor in this country work but don't make enough money? Do you know how many people in this country work two jobs, a full-time and a part-time, and don't make enough money? And if you and I were to have a conversation about legislating a livable wage for those people, hey, these people are working 40, sometimes 60 hours a week. How about we respect the fact that they're actually out there putting in the time, putting in the hours, putting in the effort, but we reward them with an actual livable wage. Nothing that's going to allow them to jet off to the south of France anytime soon, but, you know, be able to afford a roof over their head, be able to afford food, transportation, medical care for putting in a full-time work week. People like you would go, oh, absolutely not. We can't pay these people a livable wage. No. Poor people aren't poor because they won't get off their ass and go to work. Poor people are poor for a number of reasons. There aren't good paying jobs in their area. They don't have the skill set. They didn't get the necessary education or training. The opportunities just fade away, whatever the case may be. But it's not always that they just won't get off their ass and go to work. And not every rich person worked their ass off. I know plenty of rich people that didn't work their ass off. I used to work for companies before my landscape days, when I was in the machinist days with my father. Worked for companies that had second and third generation ownership. Kids that didn't do a fucking thing their whole goddamn lives except for spend their parents' money, their father's money, who owned the company. And then one day got handed the keys to the corner office because of what their fucking last names were. So don't sit here and pretend like every rich person out there worked their ass off and is some next level genius. Give me a fucking break.